All right, so number 24 on page 324, we are being asked to find the inverse. So we're going to apply our 3 steps for finding an inverse. First step is to rewrite it as an equation or in equation form. So we're going to replace the f of x with a y. Step 2, switch the x and the y. Step 3, and the most difficult, solve for y. So here we have to apply our algebra skills. Now, the y is embedded in the log base 2 of y minus 3. So we're going to have to first isolate the log base 2 of y minus 3. Then we're going to have to convert it to an exponential equation. So, first thing I'm going to do is subtract 2 from both sides. Right there. So I end up getting x minus 2 equals 4 times the log base 2 of y minus 3. Next thing I need to do is divide both sides by 4. Those will cancel out, right? And leave me with x minus 2 over 4 equals log base 2 of y minus 3. Now we've isolated that log base 2 of y minus 3, and we're ready to convert the logarithm to an exponential equation. So I'm going to do my circle. I'm going to start with my base of 2. That whole thing will be my exponent, and that'll end up being my answer. So I get 2 raised to the x minus 2 over 4, and make sure you write that x minus 2 over 4 very clearly as an exponent. You don't want to write it like this, because now somebody thinks that that's 2 times x minus 2 over 4, and it's certainly not that in this problem. So 2 raised to the power x minus 2 over 4 equals y minus 3. And the only thing left to solve for y is to add that 3 over to the left side. So we end up getting 2 times x minus 2 over 4 plus 3 equals y. And if I want to write it in function notation, I'll replace the y with a inverse of f of x. So I could write this, the inverse of f of x equals 2 to the x minus 2 over 4 plus 3. All right, so number 22 from the same assignment, this is going to be a little bit easier because there isn't a lot surrounding that log base 2 of 8 of x, right? It's already isolated. Step 1, replace the f of x with a y. Step 2, switch the x and the y. Step 3, solve for y. And as I just said, that log is already isolated, so we're ready to convert it to an exponential equation. So I'm going to go my base, my exponent, my answer. So I got 2 to the power x equals 8y. Now the only thing left to do to get y by itself is divide both sides by 8. 2 to the power x divided by 8 equals y.